Hi guys. Okay, so I'm gonna let a few of you hop on before I get started. So just give me a second. As you're hopping on, drop a comment. These are gonna be very fast, not super long. But let me just get a timer going. These are gonna be for you guys to just have that accountability, have that mindset kind of check to help you guys stay on track for the goals, the vision, the beliefs, the changes that you came here for, okay? Because here's the thing. I want you to ask yourself first. Hi, everyone. Hi, Anna. Hi, Janie. Hi, Leah. As you're hopping on, drop a comment, tag a friend, tag a sideline sister, tag a teammate, whatever. But I wanted to do these weekly accountability tips because these are something that have really put things into perspective for what I've done to build a business, not only for what I've done to build a business, but what are you here for? So first, I want you to understand at the beginning of the month, you are to be working your business with intent. So working your business with intent comes down to the narrative and the vision for why you're here. You know, some of us are here just to get free product credit. Some of us are here just to make a couple $100s a month. Some of us are here to change our whole future and the trajectory of our family's lives. But the thing about it is, you have to decide what that is. So why are you here? Why are you showing up for this business? Because if you don't have a clarity for the vision of what you have, even if it is free product credit, okay, that means you have to get 2 customers a month. That means you actually got to have some conversations and get consistent, no matter what it is. So what are you here for? Because the thing about it is, some of us just want the bare minimum, and that's okay if that's what you want. But as you're achieving the bare minimum, your vision starts to change, your clarity, your hunger, and your willingness to show up differently changes. You know, people that aren't willing to change are going to get feeling frustrated. They're going to start feeling attacked. They're going to feel like they're being called out. They're going to feel like they're not doing enough. They're going to feel like they're just going in a circle, but that's because they're often not growing. So the first thing that you need to be checking before you wreck yourself is, what are you doing daily to grow your mind? Because this business is not just a business of showing up. Hi, babes. It is a business of, okay, what are you doing to take care of yourself first? If you just came here for the community, okay, what about the community is that you love? Okay, so tell me now, if you're just here for the community, how can you serve someone else with this community? Because someone else needs this community. If you're just here to have something to do, don't get mad when you're not seeing results. Don't get mad when you're not seeing change. You got to realize you have to attach a goal, a standard, a vision to why you are here. So first thing is, what are you doing each morning for yourself? I am the biggest person on self-development, personal growth, and mindset. You cannot wake up and take care of your kids, take care of your husband, take care of everyone else if you're not taking care of you first. If that is how your routine is going and you're taking care of everyone else but you got to realize you're probably not going to see the change inside. And I'm talking about how you feel towards others when they're saying these things. Like when I'm saying these things to you, is it making you kind of frustrated? Is it making you get a little bit mad because you're like, I'm not doing anything wrong, everything is I'm here for only this? How are you perceiving it in your narrative in your mind? Because that's the first thing. Because if you're getting frustrated, if you're getting defensive, if you're not being coachable, these are the areas of growth that you need to start realizing your kids are going to mimic, your environment's going to mimic, your family is going to mimic. It's not just, hey, I tell you these things to be able to just show up. It's, hey, what are you doing to change yourself? Because in order to change your business, you have to change yourself. And you got to realize accountability often looks like an attack when someone's not willing to look up their toxic behaviors and remove them. So what are you doing to grow yourself? What is your first narrative? I heard some people talk about people that I got told recently by some leaders that some of the people in our downlines were talking about other leaders within our Thrive-A-Palooza when we were at Thrive-A-Palooza. And here's the thing. These are the things that you have to realize are not serving your future. If you're talking about others and judging others, complaining about your leaders, complaining about other leaders, going to your sideline sisters, going to your downline sisters, whatever, and you're not growing, and those are the patterns you're still showing up as, you have to do a new heart posture. I'm not trying to say that your heart looks ugly, but your heart looks ugly, because those are the things that aren't going to serve people in the long run. Those are the things that aren't going to serve your future. Those are the qualities of people that you have to realize you can't be like in this industry. We're here to make an impact. And if you're being like the world and you're being like everyone else and you're just acting like the same people, then why are you here if you're not here to change? So first off, what are you not changing in? Maybe it's gossiping. Maybe it's slander. Maybe it's victim mode. Maybe it's half-assedness. Whatever it is, what aren't you changing? Yeah, I don't align with gossip either. I was like, bye. So don't come to me with that drama. You got to realize, who cares what society thinks? Society is not here to define you. Society is the worldview. I'm here to make changes for the woman that God's called me to be. And society does not define anything I do. I don't operate to society's standard. I operate to the things that fill my cup, fill my heart, fill my joy, and how God wants me to show up. And so what aren't you changing? What are you not growing in? Because every single week you have a chance. But so I'm going to kind of call people out on this, because I definitely want to like break patterns, okay? This is my job as a leader. If you're calling yourself, well, I'm lazy, I'm a half-asser, I'm not running the way I should, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. That is exactly why you keep getting the exact same circumstances back. Because you're speaking it over yourself, and then your actions, your mindset, and your beliefs are operating to that level, period. So if you're like, hey, I'm a half-asser, but I'm changing it daily, but are you really? Are you changing it daily? Because you got to realize how you speak over yourself is how you believe over yourself. And if you're not willing to remove the narrative, the mindset, the voice, the thoughts, the actions that aren't allowing yourself to grow, you got to realize it all starts in here. So whatever you're thinking in here is what you're getting back out there. So if you're saying, hey, I'm not really showing up consistently, or hey, I'm going to take a few days off because I need to relax and rest, then that's exactly why you're not seeing changes within yourself. This business will not change, because this isn't about the business changing. This is not about, hey, you just getting a massive income and massive impact. You cannot be a massive income, make massive income and massive impact unless you're growing yourself. And if you're not growing yourself and facing your roots, character traits, accountability, willingness, coachability, defensiveness, frustration, lack, stress, complaining, these things. If you're not facing these things, how is your life going to change? Some of us were born into poverty. Some of us were born into communities that produce the same outcomes. Some of us are born into communities that are more privileged. Some of these things are things that are just our society's standard. But are you breaking the standard you're setting for yourself? Because here's the thing, your community, your impact, your environment, your town, your city, your whatever, your family, your friends, all these things don't define you, period. So what aren't you rooting up? What aren't you rooting up? I have a hard time relating with people that just want to be here just to coast. And I'm sorry, I've never been able to be that leader that was like, I'm never here to tell you what your goal should be, because I'm not here to tell you what your goal should be. I'm not here to tell you that your vision's too small. Who am I to say that? But what I don't understand is how you don't believe you're worth more. So many of us need to realize and look in the mirror on what we're really doing, because you cannot IPA your way to the top if you do not have the discernment and the connection to who you are inside. Your belief is a muscle builder. Your vision is a muscle builder. Your confidence is a muscle builder. And so what are you doing to build your muscle? Some of us you think you can just post stories and it's going to grow your business. And that's the lamest crap I've ever heard. I go to people's posts or pages or all the things, and they're like, can you look over my stuff? Can you do this? And I do. And I'm like, well, where are you? Who are you? And what the hell are you here for? Sorry, I'm here to say it how it is. You got to realize you are the key and the co-creator of where your life can truly change. And you have to believe in what you're building. You have to believe in what you're doing. Some of you are just going in circles and 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 maintaining and maintaining and maintaining and not enrolling, not serving, not doing nothing except for just acting like you're showing up and showing up in the chat to just put your face to the chat to show that you are in the chat at least, or show that you're at least putting a story up. And that is not building a business or a change within yourself. You're here. If you're here, you have to realize you're here for what? What are you here for? What are you here for? What are you here for? If you're not here to change, this probably isn't the team for you. Because I'm not here to make people feel comfortable. I'm here to literally make waymakers. I am literally here to build generational curse breakers. I am literally here to make an impact and to have thousands of people underneath me that are making millions of dollars because they deserve to go out and touch others with that. They deserve to go out and make impact and waves in this world with that. I'm not here to make people feel comfortable. I'm not here to help people feel small or to hear what they, or have them hear what they need to hear in order to feel like they're doing a good job. Your good job is defined by your heart and how you lead yourself. Your good job is how you choose to show up in this world when you are just being just like it. You got to realize how your daily habits, the small things. So waking up, I said something in the chat. Did you guys put your products in your stores? There's some leaders that are in here that are 12K and above that don't even put their products in their stores consistently, nor talk about them. And then they're wondering why they're constantly maintaining or constantly having to hustle. You got to realize the standard for what you set and the tone for what you do, the accountability for what you provide for your team is what they follow. If you're not good at something, you know how you get good at it? You practice. You know how you practice? You get consistent. You know how you get consistent? You believe in for what you're showing up for. Some of you are hopping off of this because it's hitting home for you and hitting a nerve, and you have to realize that nerve is there for you to root up. If it wasn't feeling something or making you feel something, then you wouldn't be feeling it for a reason, but you have to realize the things that you're feeling are there for you to face. And if you're not facing them, you're going to keep doing this. I want women that lead from the front. I want women that love themselves. I want women that are ambitious, God-centered, that don't complain, that don't gossip, that don't talk about others, that don't coast to their environment, that don't settle in their circumstances, that don't let their environment predict their actions or their beliefs or their circumstances. I want women that make this world a better place. And so how you do that is, as a leader, it's not your job to be friends with everybody. Some of you want like friendships in this business, and I gained so many friendships in this business. I am so thankful for that. But you want to know something? I'm still a business owner, and I show up as a business owner. I am not here to be completely like, let's go, like I'm here to be friends with everybody, of course. But you have to also put a boundary to understand you're running a business. So how, if you are running a business, are you leading as a CEO? This isn't about being rude or being like cold or not being empathetic, because you have to also realize empathy is the thing in this team that makes this community and culture so unmatched. The empathy of like, hey, when you guys come to me and you're telling me the things that you're going through, you're telling me your circumstances, I'm here to tell you I've been through it too. I've been through deaths in my family. I've been through ectopic pregnancies. I've been through court stuff. I've been through financial situations. I've been through growth within myself. I've been through gossiping. I've been through mean girl clique. Like, I've been through it all in network marketing. There's nothing you can tell me that will surprise me. Co-parenting, baby daddy issues, like you name it, been through it. There is nothing you can tell me that you're going through that I have not faced myself that you can't get through yourself. You got to realize your circumstances don't break you. They make you. And you're either going to operate as that, and not everyone operates as that. Some people just want to stay in their victim mode. Some people just want to half-ass. Some people just want to coast. Some people just want to be here just to be here. But you have to realize, how is that changing your 10 years down the road? How is that changing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the road? How is that changing your children's future? How is that changing your grandchildren's future? It's been 15 minutes. So I'm going to leave you with this. Are you doing the things? Because the things, you want to know what my routine is? I get up every morning and I pour into my phone. Some days I'm not always disciplined and I get on my phone. I'm not going to sit here and BS you. But I have made that a priority to not touch my phone first thing in the morning. I also go in and get my products and my stories in some type of way. I get creative, period, okay? Always. You will never not see me not have my products and my stories. If you go look at your upline right now, and if they don't have their products and their stories, and if you go look at your upline right now and they don't have their products and their stories, you need to be your own damn leader. Okay? You need to be your own damn runner. You don't follow that lead. That is not the example that sets the tone. Consistency wins. Passion wins. Growth wins. Accountability wins. That's why I say these hard things. There's so many women that I see that deserve this, but because they don't have the proper guidance and the proper accountability, they're half-assing. I'm not here for you to come to me and tell me every little thing that's not going right. I'm here for you to go to yourself and realize everything that you need to grow in, everything you need to become, everything you need to embody, everything you need to block out the noise. Put the damn blinders on and get to work. So, morning, self-development, products and stories. I go to the gym or do something of that nature. I don't start working my business until about 9:30, 10 o'clock because my mornings are jam-packed with everything that I need for myself, period. But I'm still in my stories and I'm still showing up in my stories, period, okay? Third thing is I do my birthdays. I do my follow-ups. I go check my polls that I put up for the day before and go see who has responded. I go in and say, hey, girl, did you mean to hit my poll? That simple, okay? Not complicated. And then I write them down as a potential because no matter what, they're watching. I go in and engage on my stories. I go in and have conversations. I'm constantly talking to people. I'm creating content that brings value. I'm creating a narrative in my mindset that knows that I can handle these things and I can do these things. I hear so often that I'm just looking for balance. I just need balance. Girl, there's no such thing as balance. There's never going to be. Okay? So stop expecting some wishy-washy excuse for justifying where you're at. There's never going to be balance. There's never going to be a perfect scenario. There's never going to be a perfect time. There's never going to be a perfect circumstance, okay? You got to realize I worked 15-hour days when I first started this business. Me and Nick were just like getting together. I was a single mom. I was in school full time. I made my freaking business work for me in the nooks and the crannies. So if you're telling yourself you don't have time, you don't have a priority, okay? Second thing is, now that I'm full-time at home and now that I'm a full-time family, I know a lot of you guys think that it's just easy for me. And I have all the time in the world to work my business. And I have all the time to just be able to do things like this and that. And this is the narrative, like, oh, well, she's made it. It's easy. She's making good money. She can say all these things because it's easy. I know people think like this. Girl, get over yourself, first off, because this is a multiple $1,000,000 business. That means there's thousands of people underneath me that need to know my voice and my heart and my empathy. So guess what that means? That means talking to my girls that I can match efforts with. I don't match efforts to people that are half-assing and that aren't showing up consistently. I don't know how to work with you. So I go in and do daily methods of operation. I go in and connect with my girls that I can run with. I go in and talk to them. I go in and message them. I go in and speak with them on a daily and check in with them and see how they're doing. But if it's the same questions and you've been here for the 2 years, at some point you got to look yourself in the mirror and do the hard things. I'm not here to tell you the same thing and how to guide you in conversations and how to word things for you. You got to word it yourself. You got to be team human. You got to trust your gut. You got to go for the no. You got to say the things that are hard. Sorry, I can't give you that secret sauce. I don't know how to word things for you because I'm not you. So word them for yourself and utilize the team page. Thank you, Sherry. Second thing is, I'm going in and sharing tips in the chat. I'm sharing tips in the team page. I'm making graphics. I'm organizing the month for you guys. How do you think we come up with these trainings? How do you think we come up with the organization, the team page, the guides, the creativity, all the things? Me and our leadership come together and we create things for you guys. So that means, guess what? I have to constantly be flowing my juices and getting creative and pouring into myself in order to give you guys what you deserve. On top of running a home, on top of running a business, on top of running a family. I take my son to school. I'm no different. Some of you guys act like I don't have a kid because he's not on my page all the time and I don't have to do mom life. Some of you use your mom life as your excuse. Stop allowing your excuses to break your patterns to actually start growing yourself. Use your excuses to actually push yourself to the next level. So I don't have to get on here and do these things. I could be spending the last 20 minutes I've been on here to go work my business. But I'm saying these accountable things to you guys because I know as a leader, I have to be that leader for you because some of you don't have those leaders. And I can lead a horse to water. I can't make them drink the water. And so you know what that means? Guess what? It is God pruning the branches time. He is literally cutting people, pruning branches that are no longer bearing fruit, no longer growing, no longer serving, no longer showing up like they should, no longer tapped into their vision. He's pruning those branches. And you guys have got to realize this is entrepreneurship, okay? These are seasons that you're going to go through. So embrace it. Because I love seasons like this. When I am going through seasons like this, that means that God is literally providing me a whole new magnitude of girls coming to me that match the level of where I'm at. Some of my new girls that just joined in the last 3 weeks are literally everything I've been praying for. But it's because I've been showing up like that. I've been leading like that. I've been stewarding like that. Okay? Some of the leaders that are rising up right now are mimicking what I'm doing. Monkey see, monkey do. They're pulling from other people. They're learning, they're growing, but they're being themselves. That's the key. They're being themselves. We have a whole new group of 40K and above leaders coming right now that are literally in that stewardship season, that are literally rising right now. You cannot take the old patterns into the new you. Courtney Glazer is one of my mentors. She's someone that I love and look up to dearly. She always tells me she does 90-day cycle leadership. 90 days she cycles her leadership because people are constantly growing and leading and serving and changing. But you have to run with your runners. You can't constantly be trying to drag people, and you can only say the same thing so many times. At some point, you have to actually freaking look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm in my own damn way because of all the bull crap that's going on up here. That's the only thing that stops you. Isn't that the craziest thing when you really, 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 really think about it? The only thing that stops you is the stupid shit that you say up in your mind that blocks your blessings. That is the only thing that stops you. The only. I can't get it clearer. The only thing that stops you. How the heck does that even make sense? You got to retrain your brain. You got to go to war. You got to choose your joy. You got to show up for the vision. But what is your vision? So, as I end out my weekly accountability meetings, because these are something that I am going to be doing weekly, because I have other leaders that are leading on Sundays. I had to create space for my team to have seats at the table. That's the whole point of this. It's the whole point of this business. If you're just hopping on, I want you to watch the replay, and I want you to go in and tell me one thing that you got out of this. Okay? You got to realize the small, mundane things that you do on a daily, like posting your products and your stories, are the things that build your business. You can't build on quicksand. You cannot build on sinking sand. You cannot build on wishy-washy. You cannot build on frustration. You cannot build on lack. You cannot build on inconsistency. You cannot build on anything that does not align with the future that you envision for yourself. So who is that person and how do you show up 10 years down the road? If you had every single thing that you desired, how would you be? How would you act? How would you love? How would you serve? And how would you show up? So, have you done opportunity stories this week? You want to know why you're not signing promoters? You're not talking about the opportunity enough. You're not putting out opportunity stories. You're not talking to people. You're not paying attention to the cues in the conversation. If people are saying they're broke, then that is an opportunity for you to present the business. If you are not going live at least 2 to 3 times a week, then you're not working your business with intent. You need to realize lives are literally the thing that changes the game for your business, okay? Rip the damn Band-Aid off. Stop using, oh, I'm scared to go live. Get over it. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Put the big girl panties on and get over it. You got to realize this is about less wishbone, more backbone. If your team is constantly coming to you with the same questions and the same actions and the same mindset, start letting them figure it out. Stop running to them and answering their questions. You got to realize we all have the same resources, and it's not being rude. It's not being mean. It's being a leader. You can't lead if they're not willing to lead themselves. So, second thing is, when you have new girls starting, there's an onboarding process. That's why we have guides. That's why we have our onboarding stuff. That's why we have our welcome packets. Also, as a leader, 12K and above leaders, pay attention to this. If you're not tagging your girls in trainings, what are you doing? I don't see a lot of us tagging our girls in trainings. And if they're coming to you asking questions, are you tagging them or are you just answering their question? Because I don't answer everyone's questions unless you're new within your first 6 months. I'm not going to just automatically answer questions. I'm going to tag you in videos so that you can go get resourceful and learn. Okay? Also, teach your team compliantly. You cannot collect cash from people and then enroll products and promoters, okay? I know some of us have gone through this or kind of teach our teams to do this. Please do not do it wrong, because me and compliance are friends. I speak with the compliance department. So every time someone's not doing something compliant, I get notified because I'm your 200K leader. And so if you're not doing this mimicking and you're trying to just like, oh, I'm going to just collect a bunch of samples and put a big personal order in, that is not how you run a business. And that is not going to build a business. And that is not going to give you income. That is just going to give you quick cash. And if you want quick cash, there's other ways to make quick cash, okay? This is a business that produces residual income. Residual income is making money when you're sleeping. Residual income is making thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that grow and grow and grow the more you grow yourself. Okay? So that's all I have. What are you doing? What are you doing this week? It's the first week of the month. Have you got your 2 customers? Everyone that is in the team chat and on this team page should have their 2 customers by Sunday, period. If you don't, you need to remove yourself from the chat. You got to realize you set the standard. And I'm not trying to be mean or anything like this, but you got to get serious with your goals. You got to get serious with the standard and the environment that you set. And so do you have your 2 customers already? I do. Not always the greatest at that. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but if I set my mind to something, guess what? It's done. You got to believe in order to achieve. That's why I'm saying if you don't have your 2 customers by the end of the week, it's not to be rude. It's for you to actually get to work and believe that you can do it. And guess what? You will. If you believe you can achieve, you will do it. And then you're going to come to me and be like, now I understand why you lead the way you do and say the things the way you say it. Because guess what? It pushes you. Okay? It pushes you. Follow-ups need to be done weekly. Or I do them every 48 hours sometimes. If someone's like, oh my God, I'm ready to order, and then I don't hear from them, I'm following up still. Be like, okay, girl, so what's stopping you? What fear is getting in the way? Let's hop on a call. Let's hop on a FaceTime. What can I do to help figure out what's holding you back? If it's money, then that should be the motivation enough to change. You got to realize there's objections in every single conversation. Start overcoming them, period. Okay? Okay? organize your potentials, create content, create opportunity stories, create before and afters. Like, I could go on, but some of you need to go back and listen to this and replay it, okay? So takeaways down in the comments. I want you to share this with your downlines. I want you to share this with somebody that needs it. I need you to decide what you're even here for. Because guess what? I don't want to hear people complaining when Christmas is here and they're putting their stuff on layaway. Because that's not what I want for you. My goal in this business is to create an impact so impactful that my team never has to know what debt is, that no one ever has to put anything on layaway again, that no one has to put anything on credit cards, and Christmas is less than 6 months away. Does your last 6 months look like the next 6 months? Get to work, because what you do the next 90 days is what predicts for Christmas time. Love you.